Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Alam niyo ba? So guys, meron naman tayong tatagal na video ngayon na galing kay The Most. Okay, so ang ano niya is yung AFP Modernization Program na started and completed during Duterte administration. Wow, ha? So, tingnan natin kung ano yung mga na-accomplish ng Duterte administration, kung ano mga military asset na nadagdag sa atin during the administration of PRRD. So tara, panoorin natin.
Former President Rodrigo R. Duterte's strong support for the armed forces of the Philippines has always been considered as part of his administration's legacies. The AFP has
so yun yung maging isa sa mga legacy ni PRRD, yung palakasin pa lalo yung ating military capability. So sa kanya nagsimula halos mga bago natin mga gamitan, pandigma. So sa kanya nagsimula dahil sa modernization phase 2 ng ating armed forces of the Philippines. So tingnan natin kung ano yung mga assets na
always been grateful for the direction and support of the Commander-in-Chief in continuously improving its capabilities. Under the term of President Rodrigo R. Duterte, the AFP was able to complete a total of 54 projects under the AFP Modernization Act and revised AFP Modernization Act, while 70 other projects were also delivered. Here are the AFP projects that were started and completed during the Duterte administration. But before we continue, if you are new to this channel, don't forget to like and subscribe.
So yun po, huwag niyo po makalimutan mag-subscribe din po kay The Most. So sa kanya po itong video na to at nire-react natin. So don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell para updated din po kayo sa mga videos na ilalabas po ni The Most.
Click the notification bell so that you are always updated on military news and events. The Duterte administration signed a contract with Hyundai Heavy Industries for 2 missile frigates worth 15.74 billion pesos. The 2 frigates were delivered in 2020 and 2021 and were officially commissioned as.
So ito yung flagship naval asset natin dahil sa tagal ng panahon, hindi ko rin maisip kung may nabili tayong bago. Kasi ang alam ko lang is puro decommission na mga barko. Mga panahon na dati pa. So correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Comment down below kung meron pa tayong nabili dati na brand new asset nung mga panahon na bago pa si PRRD. Pero ito nga, dahil nga sa kanya, nagkaroon tayo ng brand new na warship na frigate, 2. Yun nga yung Cesar sa yung Antonio Luna na may missile capability as kompleto na. Kaso, yun nga, kulang pa ang 2. Diba?
BRP Jose Rizal, FF-150, and BRP Antonio Luna, FF-151. President Rodrigo Duterte has approved the acquisition of 15 Black Hawk helicopters to address the growing heli-lift deficiency of the Philippine Air Force.
Ito pa yung isang magandang nabili din ng Pilipinas, yung Black Hawk na yan, di ba? Ganda niya. So sana yun nga yung meron ding Black Hawk tayong binili na may mga missile capability rin. Kasi yun, itong mga Black Hawk natin is for humanitarian din. So sa mga disaster din, meron din siyang armas ng mga machine guns, kabilat kanan, malapit sa pilot. So sana meron din yung may missiles, kaliwat kanan. Kasi may nakita akong ganung model ng Black Hawk eh. Okay. Hindi ko siya nakikita sa ating fleet. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys.
The 10 units arrived in the country within the first quarter of 2021. Duterte administration signed a 32 billion deal to purchase 32 additional S-70I Black Hawk combat utility helicopters. The delivery of these helicopters will start in calendar year 2020.
Tama ba? 15 plus 32? Kasi nauna 15 tapos nag-sign ulit sila ng deal na 32 units pa. So 32 plus 15 is 47. Hindi 47 ba units na ating Black Hawk? Magandang balita yun, di ba? Kasi nasa ibig sabihin, ginagawa na. So in the future, magiging 47 ang ating Black Hawk. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys.
3 with 5 units, while the remaining ones will be delivered in 3 batches as follows. Calendar year 2024, second batch of 10 units in 2025, the third batch of 10 units in 2025, and in 2026, last batch of 7 units.
So sa 2026, kompleto na yung ating mga Black Hawk. So at least sa 2025, may parating mga 20. Kasi 10 sa po daw eh. Tapos yung 2024, hanggang may dumating na 5. So at least, in 2026, so hinihintay pa tayo siguro mga 1.5 year na lang. Makakompleto na itong ating Black Hawk.
On the 18th of December 2018, the Philippines and Turkey signed a memorandum of understanding with the Turkish aerospace industries for 6 T-129 attack helicopters for the PF.
So ito yung una-una nating attack helicopter. Alam ko meron na tayong attack helicopter na Defender. Kaso lumang-luma na yun, yung parang maliit na helicopter na may mga missile din sa kalawat kanan. Pero at least ito, totoong attack helicopter na ito. May machine guns, tapos may radar din siya sa harap, at may mga missile capability din siya sa kalawat kanan. So, 6 na piraso ang binili natin. So, meron naman din tayong Cobra helicopter, attack helicopter. So, 8 na attack helicopter natin. Nice, very nice.
On March 9th, 2022, the first batch of 2 of the 6 Turkish on-made T-129 attack helicopters ordered for the Philippine Air Force was delivered at Clark Air Base, while the second batch of 2 was delivered in December of the same year, and the delivery completed the final 2 units on May 2024.
So, noong May 2024, kompleto na yung ating T-129 attack helicopter. At least, kompleto na, di ba? Magagamit na natin talaga. Kung plano pa natin bumili ng ganyan, depende sa budget po yun.
The Philippines signed a contract to purchase 6 A-29B Super Tucano light attack aircraft from Embraer, a Brazilian aerospace company. The contract, finalized in 2017, was part of the modernization efforts of the Philippine Air Force under the Duterte administration.
Alam ko, dito na pang air-to-air eh. Di siya, wala siya capability pang air-to-air missile, pang support siya sa ground. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay.
The first 4 Super Tucanos arrived at Clark Air Base on the afternoon of September 19th, and 2 of the 6 units completed the same year in 2020 during the global.
So mahilig tayo sa 6 units. So, kasi siguro yun lang ang budget. At least, kahit pa paano, meron tayong ganyan, di ba? Kaysa naman wala. Kaysa naman 0. At least 6 is okay. Kung dadagdagan pa yan, it depends sa ating Department of Defense.
Global pandemic. These aircraft are operated and maintained by the Philippine Air Force's 15th Strike Wing. In 2020, the Philippines acquired 2 AH-1 Cobra attack helicopters through a donation from Jordan. This was part of a military aid agreement between the 2 countries, aimed at boosting the Philippine military's counterinsurgency capabilities.
Hindi ito brand new, pero at least, di ba? Cobra attack helicopter, mayroon na ang bansang Pilipinas. Kahit na 2 lang yan. At least, kahit na hindi siya brand new, at least napunta sa atin. So, maraming salamat sa Jordan.
The 2 AH-1F Cobra helicopters were delivered to the Philippine Air Force in November 2020. These helicopters were part of the effort to modernize the country's defense forces and enhance their combat support operations under the Duterte administration. Under the administration of President Rodrigo Duterte, the Philippine Navy received several multi-purpose attack craft as part of the Armed Forces of the Philippines Modernization Program. In 2019, the Philippine Navy ordered 3 additional MPAC MCOR 4 units. These units were delivered in September 2019. These craft are capable of fast troop deployment, sea interdiction, and quick response operations. They were further upgraded with the integration of Spike ER missiles in 2020, making them missile-capable attack craft, significantly increasing their firepower and range.
Correct.
The Philippine Navy
So yung mga lumang natin barko baka pwede lagyan ng ganyan, di ba? Yung mga missile capability na ganyan. Kasi parang nga, matadagdag din naman kahit pa paano sa military power natin. Hindi lang po mga machine guns yung nakalagay sa mga luma natin mga barko. Pero at least dapat may missile capability rin sila. Tulad niya.
received 1 Pohang-class corvette from South Korea under the Duterte administration as part of a defense cooperation initiative. The Republic of South Korea
So ito, na-acquire natin itong isang Pohang class na pinangalan natin kontrado yan sa bansang Korea. So alam ko na gusto pa natin i-acquire isa pang class ng Pohang frigate na to. Sana frigate ba or corvette? Medyo nalimutan ko eh. So comment down below kung po siya. So yun nga, plano ng ating bansa na kumuha pa ng isang ganitong warship. So sana mabigay sa atin ng South Korea. So malaking tulong dahil kompleto to ng armaments din. Yan, may anti-ship, anti-air, anti-submarine. So malaking tulong din sa atin to. Kahit na luma na to, decommission lang to, na nag-retire na sa Korea. Pero at least sa atin, may tutulong to na big asset para sa ating Navy. Dahil nga kompleto siya sa armaments. Hindi naman siya kompleto, pero yun nga, halos magiging kompleto siya dahil nga sa mga advanced ship kahit na luma.
initially offered the donation of a decommissioned Pohang-class corvette to the Philippines in 2014. Negotiations between the two governments continued until the Duterte administration took office. In 2017, the deal was finalized as part of strengthening the defense ties between South Korea and the Philippines. In August 2019, the vessel was officially transferred to the Philippine Navy. The BRP Conrado Yap became one of the Philippine Navy's most capable surface assets.
So kahit na maliit na barko, parang 80 plus meters lang siya. Pero tingnan mo naman, di ba? Malakas at halos kompleto sa armaments.
Equipped with anti-ship, anti-submarine, and anti-air warfare systems. Under the Duterte administration, the Philippine Air Force received 1 C-295 medium-lift aircraft from Airbus Defence and Space as part of the Armed Forces of the Philippines Modernization Program in 2019. The additional C-295 medium-lift aircraft was delivered to the Philippine Air Force in March 2021. The contract for the acquisition of 2 AW-159 Wildcat anti-submarine warfare helicopters was signed in. The contract for the acquisition of 2 AW-159 Wildcat anti-submarine warfare helicopters.
So ito kailangan pa natin ng additional ganitong Wildcat na parang anti-submarine. Kasi nga, ba, siguro nakalagay ito sa ating dalawang frigate na Jose Rizal sa Antonio Luna. Pero kung magdadagdag pa tayo ng yung corvette natin, dalawa rin. So Diego Sila at saka si Miguel Malvar, if I'm not mistaken. So kailangan pa natin ng additional na ganitong helicopter. Diba? So yun nga, bilang dalawa, halos siguro 6 pa kasi meron pa tayong parating na binili natin ng barko galing sa Indonesia. So may dalawang helicopter deck. So kung dalawa, 6, 4 plus itong dalawang sa corvette. So 6 ang kailangan natin para meron na tayong capability for anti-submarine na helicopter.
Was signed in March 2016 under the Duterte administration's AFP modernization program. The first AW-159 Wildcat helicopter arrived in the Philippines in May 2019. The second AW-159 Wildcat helicopter arrived in the Philippines in June 2019, completing the delivery of the 2 units. In June 2020, the Department of National Defense signed a contract with PT PAL Indonesia for the construction and delivery of
So ito yung sinasabi ko kanina, yung isang dalawang warship natin. Hindi siya warship, parang barko na nag-deliver ng mga troops natin. So, meron napagawa tayo sa Indonesia na dalawa na nandito na sa Pilipinas, ginagamit na natin yung Tarlac sa yung Davao del Sur. So, order pa tayo ng dalawa pa. So, kailangan. So, hindi lang pala yung kailangan natin. Kasi kung 4 na yung ganyan natin, 8. So, mga 10. Ang kailangan natin para magkaroon tayo ng pangdepensa sa submarine. So, kailangan natin ng 10 pang Wildcat. Tama ba? 2. So, 4 eh. So, plus yung dalawang Corvette natin. So, 10 pa palang Wildcat na kailangan natin. So, at least ito, nagdagdag pa ulit si Pangulong Duterte ng dalawang ganitong ship.
2 additional landing dock platforms for the Philippine Navy under the Duterte administration. The contract, valued at approximately 5.56 billion pesos, is part of the AFP.
Pero yung nga lang problema kasi nito, wala siyang armaments. Yun yung problema nitong barkong ito. Malaki nga siya eh. Ito yung pinakamalaking barko natin. Pero kung titingnan mo, wala siyang pang depensa, wala rin siyang auto-milaras na sa harap. Marami siya mga machine gun, automatic machine gun sa taas. So, paano niya mapoprotektahan yung mga dala-dala niya mga troops? Saka yung mga kagamitan na kailangan gamitin sa Big Pepper na may gera man. Wala siyang pang depensa. Madali siyang easy target lang siya. Di ba? So, sana lagyan din yung luma nating dalawang ganito. At yung parating nating dalawa pang bago is meron na sanang Auto Melara na kahit 76mm man lang, di ba? Hindi ko kasi alam kung meron eh. Sa comment down below guys kung alam na may kasama na yung Auto Melara or naka-ano lang or incoming lang. Bibili tayo sa ibang bansa ng ganitong armaments yung Auto Melara.
Modernization program to further boost the Navy's sea lift and amphibious capabilities. The expected delivery of these 2 additional landing dock platforms is projected between 2025 and 2026. In 2019, the Philippine government, through the Department of National Defense, signed a contract with Gulfstream Aerospace for the purchase of 1 G280 command and control aircraft. The acquisition was part of the AFP modernization program aimed at upgrading the military's C2 capabilities, particularly for use in communications, surveillance, and control during high-level operations and emergencies. The G280 command and control aircraft was officially delivered to the Philippine Air Force in September 2020. There are many other big projects laid out by the Duterte administration, especially in strengthening and modernizing the equipment of the armed forces, upgrading the Del Pilar patrol vessels.
Yan. So, ito yung isa sa mga kailangan natin i-upgrade talaga yung mga Del Pilar class natin. Sa tatlo yan eh. So, meron na siyang auto nila tapos mga machine guns. Alam ko yung upgrade naman nila yan. Meron na siyang mga automatic machine guns. Pero sana meron din siyang missile capability. Kasi yung binigay sa atin ito ng US, halos tinanggal nila yung mga capability nito eh. Tinanggal nila yung mga armaments eh. Sana hindi nila lang tinanggal. Binigay na lang din sa atin kahit na commission to, umana rin ng barko na to. Pero sa tamang armaments na pwede ilagay dito, magiging ano na siya, hindi ko alam kung frigate or corvette na siya. Kasi bibilang pa siya sa OPV, Offshore Patrol Vessel lang. Dahil nga, kulang na kulang siya sa armaments. Hindi mo siya masasabing frigate or corvette type na barko. Pero yun nga, pag siguro na-upgrade na, nagkaroon na siya ng mga missile capability, at mga siguro pwede na din lagyan ng anti-submarine, babalik na siya sa dati niyang posisyon kung pwede siyang may frigate or corvette. Sana i-upgrade talaga ng ating military lagyan pa ng mga armaments kasi sobrang malaking dagdag to sa ating fleet.
Purchasing rocket launchers, UAVs, upgrading the Rizal-class frigates and making them missile-capable, and many other large projects such as the purchase of additional missile frigates, offshore patrol vessels, and shore-based anti-ship missiles. This major change in the Duterte administration has given high morale to the armed forces.
So alam ko, hindi pa siya kompleto eh. Hindi niya nasabi lahat ng mga nagawa ni PRRD na mga upgrade sa ating mga military asset. Alam ko, mayroon pang mga sa Pratang. Pero si PRRD rin yun. Pati yung Ramos missile, wala, hindi nabanggit. Maraming hindi nabanggit, pero at least halos kompleto naman din yung nabanggit niya. Pero sana lahat asset na si during sa administration ni PRRD. Kasi nga, parang nakulangan din ako. Hindi ko masabi kung may mga kulang, pero alam ko may kulang. Pero, at least, nakita natin yung mga improvement ng ating military dito. Sobrang laking improvement dahil halos lahat yun puro brand new, di ba? Hindi mo masasabi puro decommission lang ang mga kinukuha ni Duterte. Ibig sabihin nun, puro brand new talaga yung plano niya para i-upgrade ang ating military sa Horizon 2. At kahit pa paano magkaroon tayo ng mga bagong asset para sa ating military. Kasi kaya sabi ko, puro decommission lang ang nakukuha natin dati. So sa panahon niya, na-experience natin ang magkaroon ng brand at mga bagong kagamitan. Pwede namang may pagmamalaki natin na meron na tayo kahit na konti pa lang ito. Sana ipagpatuloy ni Pangulong Marcos naman simula ni PRRD na palakasin pa ang ating military dahil nga hindi naman sabihin na papatanong pero dapat pa sana ginawa niya kahit paunti-unti nagkaroon tayo ng mga asset pa dati para every year every administration sana maging yan isa sa mga tao dito tututukan nila na magkaroon tayo kasi nga hindi natin masabi katulad ng halos parang magka-World War III nga dahil sa mga nangyayari ngayon, di ba? Kaya hindi natin masabi na kung kailan darating yung World War III. Pero malapit na kaya ngayon, nagkukumahos tayo na magkaroon tayo ng bagong assets. Pero yun nga, sana hindi tayo kulangin sa oras at hindi tayo madamay o hindi na tayo girahin pa ng China. Kasi nga, nalalapit natin sa mga nangyayari sa mga Philippine Sea. Pero yun nga, dasal na natin na maging maayos pang lahat. Kasi wala na nanalo sa gera. So again, maraming salamat po sa panonood. At huwag niyo pong kalimutan mag-subscribe po kay The Most. And huwag po niyo pong kalimutan mag-subscribe po sa akin. Hit niyo po yung notification bell at like button. So huwag niyo rin po kalimutan mag-like din po o mag-follow din po sa aking Facebook page na alam niyo ba. So maraming salamat sa lahat. Ingat tayo lagi. God bless.